Hello guys and welcome back to this second match of the matches we have today between Mira Mesa and Rosetta High School. I am Sona and this is CrusaderKitten. We are into the picks and bans now, so let's get this underway.
Yep, the second match, Rosetta High School up one game so far. And picks and bans coming off here. It looks like Caitlyn Zyra as well as Zed being banned out, and looks like an Ari as well. Some interesting bans coming off here. I mean, Zed, Ari, very popular mid laners. Looks like that Zyra getting taken away from Altair Ezio. They did not like him on Zyra. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a Corki pick. I was really surprised to see Caitlyn banned out here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see them ban out Corki as well, because last game Corki was really scared, but they actually banned out the rest. They might be going for Corki themselves.
I mean, they are blue team, they do have first pick this time, so they can get it. Corki has been banned out. But look at who's free. Zach is free, Jarvan's free, Shen is free. There's so many people who are available, and they've picked Draven. So yep. I'm obviously just not on form tonight, guys. Twitch and Sona coming out. Yeah, Twitch and Sona coming out from the other side. I mean, Draven is a surprising pick. But there's the Jarvan, so at least one of the people I think might have been picked up has been chosen here. What do you think about Draven?
Well, we did see Draven in that first match do considerably well.
Yeah.
Being played by fan sites, really strong Draven, and he had the Leona for the support combo, which is really good. But this time we'll be seeing Nami going bottom lane with Draven, which might be a little bit different. They'll also be going up against the Sona and Twitch lane.
Sona Twitch is a really strong lane. Hymn of Valor, if you combine that with your power chord, you can do a lot of damage. And Twitch, with the ambush, with the Venom Cask, with that passive poison stacks, really can put down damage that you're not expecting. And Expunge, although it was nerfed recently, is still quite strong. So you can put down a lot of damage with that lane. Now, Shyvana's being hovered over here by Fallout Reach. I'm not sure if we'll see her picked up. She has been played a couple of times in Worlds recently, as far as I can remember. And she has been locked in there, so going to be interesting to see how that works out. The problem with Shyvana that I find, firstly, she has no CC until she hits level 6, and secondly, Dragon's Descent is interruptible. So if you play that well, you can stand aside of Dragon's Descent, you can use your Aqua Prism on it, you could use a Shockwave, you could use Jarvan, EQ combo, and if they play well, they can stop her getting in there. Jace, you can use his knockback as well.
Yeah. So, looks like Jace being covered over. Jarvan's locked in from Mira Mesa. That is just, they have a really strong team combo, of course. Lots of good CC coming into the fight, of course. Orianna and Jarvan, really nice for engages. Jace as well, good for a huge damage. Of course, he's fallen out of flavor. He used to be flavor of the month, of course. A few nerfs coming in for him, I think. He still is a strong champion, though, if you're able to, just kind of keep up in the game. You go that tier of the gods, wait for late game, and you can just get the power stem going on to lots of people. So we're actually seeing Lux being picked up for Rosetta High School in a really interesting team comp, because I feel like Shyvana, she's that champion that shines with Orianna Lulu, because those are the long range engage helpers where you get CC off onto someone that dives in there. So not having Lulu or Orianna on that team, I feel like really hurts the potential for Shyvana engages. They do have, however, this Lux and this Kennen, as well as, just the rest of the team also has a lot of AoE. And it's a lot of AoE, and they can really combine it. I mean, Twitch, Lux really hurt with that AoE. Kennens and Sonas are really good for lockdown, so maybe that will be what Rosetta High School is going for. But right now, gonna be interesting.
Well, what I could see is happening is they're going to use the Shyvana to jump in, use that Dragon's Descent. We are actually into their 3-minute delay, so I'm going to take the blockers off. Use the Shyvana for the ultimate to get into the middle of the fight, then spray and pray across everyone. Get the crescendo out while Kennen comes in and tries to get that slicing maelstrom off. Noga Waka will be more of a pick-off champion, trying to lock down one person who's getting stunned up or getting locked down, and then manage to pick them off, using the final spark to hit as many people as possible who are grouped up together. So I think that it's a good team comp, and I like the way that it looks like it could work out, but I'm not sure it will work as effectively as they think it will, especially if they try to use Shyvana as their engage, just because Shyvana is so easily stopped from getting into the middle of team fights. If we look at the other team, if it's Mira Mesa here on the blue team this side, Draven, Nami is a good bot lane. If you can catch people out in the Aqua Prism, you can kill them quite quickly. And the Tidecaller's Blessing coming out from Nami as well. Very strong, applying that slow and that damage as well.
Yeah.
Jarvan, a good jungler as we talked about. And I'd like to see him try and counter jungle Shyvana. I know that everyone says Shyvana's the better counter jungler, but Jarvan, I think early game probably has a little bit more damage. So I'd like to see him get into that other jungle and try and just do a bit of damage down to this Shyvana. What do you think about the Jace and the Orianna picks here?
Jace and Orianna picks, as I said for Jace, is that really strong champion. When he gets into that late game phase, it's really good. Last game, we did see Orianna being played by Noggin Whacker, actually was on the winning side. And Orianna is just such a strong team fighting champion, of course, with the shockwave. She's able to do a lot of damage when really not building too much of the damage item, especially into the early game window. She'll like just rush the Chalice. She's still able to chunk down people really, really well. I like the early and mid game of Mira Mesa High School, but I think Rosetta High School, if they get into that late game phase and they're able to get the engage off, I think they can actually win it out because their team is just so much AoE. They have Twitch Spray and Pray in the line, they have Lux Laser, they have a lot of bursts that can come out, so they can really take down the team quickly. And I'm really excited for this game, and I hope it's not going to be like some 28-0 stomp that ends in a surrender this time, because obviously those aren't too much fun to cast, but it's kind of what we've been seeing throughout the day, and I really hope it will change.
We've had a lot of surrender votes today, and as much as I enjoy seeing teams play well and play sort of snowball themselves into good positions, it's a lot more fun when it's back and forth and
of course
it doesn't just snowball off one thing. We've got about 20 seconds before we get into the game now. Do you think there's going to be any level 1 action coming out here from either team?
Level 1 action, I would actually... I don't know, because a lot of these teams, or most of these guys here, is that they really need... Usually what we see, like, the level 2 combos that could come off. I think the Nami and Lux are probably like the strongest level 1 champions on this game, just because they have the multiple CC. Though of course Nami can just throw off her bubble and she can really lock down a lot of people. John of course needs EQ combo. Jace is actually a pretty good early game. I mean, if he starts Q, he can move into melee form. Yeah. And Drain of course is, I actually think they don't have the best early game, but I would have to give it over to Mira Mesa.
Yeah, I think they probably do have that better early game. They've just got a bit more damage coming out across the board, and but if Lux takes light binding at early level and Twitch is able to stand in the back and do a bit of damage, maybe Rosetta would be able to get some picks off, but I doubt it. I doubt we'll see any level 1. Yeah,
I mean, there's also like the damage amplifier that comes off from Sona, which could be really beneficial for a team, but I said as you both said, I really don't expect it to be coming off. I would expect just normal jungle sites. So looking over at runes and masteries, I think this is what happened last game as well, is that it's the lifesteal runes that comes off here. Draven has actually started off with 6% lifesteal, Twitch starting off with 4% lifesteal. So it was a little bit interesting, Twitch going for a little bit more damage, it looks like here. He actually picked up a little bit of mana regen, which is really interesting coming in for his runes, but I don't know, man. It's pretty strange. Also, like Ken 22 and 8, pretty strange as well. But we'll have to see if it affects him at all, really. But hopefully, it's gonna be a very exciting match here, and this is going to be second game in this match between Mira Mesa High School G versus Rosetta High School. If Mira Mesa picks up the win, both teams get 1 point. If Rosetta High School picks up the win, they get 3 points. So the thing is, Rosetta High School now this best of 2 matches. It's really difficult to see like the rewards that you get out. I think from the rig, because like you get circuit points. We're like, well, these seem really meaningless. But the thing is, if they actually think about it, because obviously more circuit points you have, the better chance you have at getting into the
wins the championships.
The finals. So, and with this, Rosetta High School already knows that they're gonna get at least 1 point. So I feel like they should just probably feel a lot more comfortable, I actually think, than Mira Mesa, because Mira Mesa has a chance of not getting any points, which would be very, very sucky. Anyways, you are seeing, however, Rosetta High School all sitting on top of a ward.
Yeah, I mean, that ward was
really... This could cause an Aqua Prison that could really wreck them.
Yeah, it was a really nicely placed ward really early as well, and we see that they're going to come across here. Kenty Boy.
They're definitely going for this counter invade here. Noggin Whacker.
Oh, Noggin Whacker!
Right here, Noggin Whacker gonna get destroyed. First blood for Mira Mesa. Can they get more though? That is the question. Aqua Prison isn't up for about 5 more seconds, but they still have all the summoners up. There's a speed buff coming in here. There is the axes coming off. And there is Altair Ezio getting caught off and going down. 2 kills already for Mira Mesa High School. And a great counter invade coming off. Such a well-placed ward right there. Was able to just get that going. And wow, that was really, really well done.
Yeah, 2 great Aqua Prisms just catching people out. I mean, she probably didn't need to use that on Noggin Whacker, but you don't want her flashing across that wall and getting away with no health. And the second one just lined up, stood across the Wraith wall, and was able to hit that onto Altair Ezio as well. Really, really nicely done. I mean, it's a kill on Jace and a kill on Oriana, and those are really the people you want to put your kills on early. Jace has managed to go back and get that sight ward, going to keep him safe from Shyvana ganks, and Oriana has yet to go back and spend her gold. So, just pushes them really, really far in the lead at the moment. Nice Aqua Prism in the bot lane again!
Yeah, Barrier is forced out from Tank here. He came into lane with less health here. And this is not looking good so far for Rosetta High School. Already, an Aqua Prism and a Spinning Axe force out that Barrier. And now he's not going to have that for, in case, you know, if there's more aggression coming in.
Oh, another Aqua Prism hitting Tang.
Yeah, really nice Aqua Prisms here. And this is just the art of Nami. Because if you hit those Aqua Prisms, they're really devastating in the lane. And when you combine it with someone like Draven or Graves, who has a lot of good bursts coming off, it's just devastating here. And Tang is so low.
Yeah, so low. Fallout Reach is coming towards this mid lane, trying to get this gank off. Still only got that 100% strategy, and Lucencing and Ice is going to come down onto Outstanding, not really doing as much damage as we'd like to see there. One thing that I want to comment on again, we had this happen in the last best of 2, and now we've had it happen again. Jingen has gone into the bot lane, moving from that mid lane Gragas into a bot lane Draven.
Yeah.
And Outstanding has actually gone onto the Oriana in the mid lane, so maybe just deciding that they didn't want to quite play in those roles, maybe deciding that Outstanding is a bit better in mid lane than Jingen, or Jingen is a bit better in AD carry than Outstanding. So
yeah, well, obviously when you come into like a high school scene, obviously most of these guys are gonna be solo queue players, and they usually you're gonna be like an all-around player when you're not actually playing or like preparing to play in a team. So I mean, it's not too surprising, but you know, it always changes. Like
Gank coming into mid lane.
Yep, Yukama does come off here, slow from the golden age. It's a nice snare coming off there. Gonna be forcing Mr. Fast to take some of those tower shots. Noggin Whacker, however, did take some damage in return from that gank.
Yeah. He didn't have to burn his flash, so that's going to be quite helpful. And nor has he burnt his barrier. Looks like Jingen is going to try and go in on the spot lane.
Sauce onto bot lane. Nice Aqua Prison. Tank hit right on the corner of it. Kenty Boy with that kill. Nicely done, but Altair Ezio turns it around. Gets that kill. Fallout Reach not going to be going in there. He was having round. It's like Mr. Fast coming into this mid lane once again here. EQ combo does get the knockoff. Golden Aegis shield does come down. He's slowed down. Snare hits onto 2 though to get that disengage going. So quite a bit of action coming in here in this mid lane as well as that bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, nice light binding there from the Noggin Whacker playing Lux there, just to be able to keep herself safe. They had lined up quite beautifully for it, and she managed to get both of them, keeping them away. But she has burnt her flash now. Barrier is still up, so I mean, seeing Barrier on a Lux is quite common these days. You don't tend to see Ignite. Usually you should have enough burst damage without your Ignite to be able to take someone down, so using the Ignite, well, it will do more damage, but you don't usually need it, so people tend to go for that Barrier instead. It's going to be interesting to see how she sort of progresses in the mid game, because Oriana does have that kill, hasn't gone back yet. Sitting on quite a bit of gold, 1,200 gold, maybe saving up straight for a needlessly large reward, but actually looks like she's going to go back now, just pushed out that lane, put in her, actually about 4 CS behind at the moment, so should be able to go back, buy an item, and then come back into lane. And what do you expect to see from her? I'm thinking perhaps a Chalice of Harmony here.
Oh yeah, Chalice of Harmony definitely. It's kind of the choice item pick, and even for both of these.
Oh, Activism landing in bot lane again while Tainting was invisible. Really nice.
Yeah, but the change turning around exhaustion comes off the double turning around. Kenty Boy has to get out of there solo, but Jingen is able to stay in and pick up that kill. Very, very low on mana. Kenty Boy very, very low on health here. It looks like they will be backing off. We do see Fallout Reach coming in here, as well as Mr. Fast around the side as well.
Yeah. Outer Ezio is trying to bait out here for Mr. Fast, but they're not going to do it. Activism missing flash.
EQ common does come through, the slow comes off. This should be the kill. Mr. Fast with that kill barrier from Jingen flash away as well. But Follow Reach is able to catch up to him with that movement speed. Now we'll just be going ahead and walking out of there. Picking up a quick kill, 5-2 now in kills.
I think that's the first Activism we've seen miss here from Kenty Boy.
Yeah.
Just not quite able to hit that one, but just playing so well in that bottom lane. Outer Ezio stayed around trying to make sure that they could get that kill, but probably stayed around a little bit too long, just a bit too manly there as Sona, and wasn't quite able to keep herself alive. Level 6 hit here by both of the mid laners. We see Noggenwacker going across towards his blue, and it's possible. Yeah, we've got a pause coming out. Just waiting on the guys to get back into the game now. I'm not going to put the chat up just in case there is anything rude being said, but we do see Mira Mesa. Pardon?
Someone said need to get water in 1 sec. Okay, that's. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But
Jaron says Nami is already in the water. Joke's on you.
Boom, boom, boom. It's so funny. People are just so funny some of the time. Like, just amazes me at how funny people can be.
This is like 2 a.m. Sony here commenting on humor. It's pretty entertaining.
Hey, I'm a funny man, okay? I can't believe it's
You're okay. You'll get through it.
I'm sure we shall. Yeah.
Okay, so in this early game, actually top lane has been quite the rock of nothingness. We did have that kill go over, the early kill go over to Jace, but he didn't go back for that, so he wasn't really able to get anything early, any early items coming off. He still had that crystalline flask.
Yeah.
Now he actually has quite a bit of gold over his cannon. He's a tad bit of CS. He also has an assist, of course. So almost like 600 goldish ahead. It looks like, yeah, 600 gold ahead of this cannon. Cannon did just go back, picks up the Seeker's Arm Guard, so going a little bit more defensive in this early game. Not going to go for like Doran's Blade Harass, which is can't really Doran's Blade Harass that Jace. He'll be able to return some of that damage, I think.
Yeah, Jace has been using those Shock Blast combinations with the Acceleration Gate really well, just being able to get the damage off from range. And Cannon, seen as a top lane counter to some champions, really doesn't do as well against Jace as Renekton or someone else like that who is melee. And we see Jing Zheng getting some damage down off onto Teng Teng here in the bottom lane. That's going to be a beautiful tongue twister for you there, by the way, Kitten. Jing Zheng on Teng Teng. Outstanding, taking quite low in the mid lane, but Noggenwacker actually does have his ultimate up, so Final Spark might come out any second now.
Snare coming in close. And Outstanding has to. Oh no, he's actually. Oh! Attempted boob up still coming in there from Noggenwacker. Not gonna be able to quite pick that up, so. I mean, there's a 42.8 second cooldown on his Final Spark, and he's already poking out Outstanding extremely hard right now. So he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Jing doing a little bit of trading here in the bottom lane. Like, the double Dorans compared to the Pickaxe and Pyrrhexcept are really not on the same level of damage, but Expunge and that poison damage does help keep Teng Teng in the lane a little bit. We see just a good kid. He likes to play these champions who sort of have sort of a power spike as soon as they get a certain item or as soon as they get a certain level. And Cannon, as we all know, his power spike really comes when he gets that zombies. When he can get into the middle of a team and using Slicing Maelstrom without fear of remuneration, which is my word for the day, by the way, remuneration. If you can get into the middle of the team and start using that, and it gives you that little bit of AP as well, a little bit, quite a lot of AP actually. Nice.
Here's a great tidal wave for disengage, stopping the Shyvana ultimate as you were talking about before. Pixel does go down onto Jinkin here. Can he get away? Throws off the whirling death. Flash and the expunge. Nakami will get there, but that Aqua Prison, immediate Aqua Prison to disengage there, coming out from Kenty Boy, stopping that Shyvana ultimate.
Yeah, the tidal wave is beautiful. Just managing to make sure that they didn't get caught up. I think it might have been. I don't want to take anything away from Kenty Boy. It might have been more of an engagement Aqua Prison trying to get onto Tang, but helped in the disengage as well. And they reacted really quickly to it. I'm gonna sneeze, so I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second. Do you want to take over here?
Okay, well, looks like Jarvan is hanging around this ball lane, going in, EQ combo, lands a knockup, Crescendo comes off, but there's a Cataclysm, there's a Barrier coming off from Jing, and he's going aggressive, picks the kill to Altair, Ezio, Tank is next, Aqua Prison goes down, that's the kill for Jing, and a double kill for him. Nice gank coming in there, right when Kenty Boy came back too as well to help out Jingen. Gave him some health back, landed that Aqua Prison down there. Nicely done. Jingen picking up early kills.
Yeah, really well done by them. He's 3, 2, and 4 at the moment, so got a lot of damage, and he's probably quite a lot of gold ahead as well. Look at that. He's almost 2,000 gold ahead, sitting on 1,905 gold, and it looks like they're going to move up towards this dragon. They know Shyvana is in that top side of the map, and yeah, here we are. Jing James starting off, Mr. Fast going in as well. They should be able to get this dragon quite freely.
Yeah, this dragon is definitely going to be theirs. And,
here comes Fallout Reach! Oh!
Nope, not going to be able to steal that one. Now, Fallout Reach, there's actually no mana on Jingen or Mr. Faster. Not enough mana, really, so they don't go in on him. They just go ahead and pick up that dragon to get out of there. More gold for them. Nice for them, at least. 3,500 gold ahead there.
Fallout Reach didn't actually have his smite up there, so it's just running, trying to be a bit manly, maybe back them off of it, maybe even use the Dragon's Ascent to get in there and try and steal it away, but wasn't quite able to do that there. And we see Kennen putting a bit of damage down here onto Dragonaut. Dragonaut's yet to go back, and I really don't think that's the smartest thing in the world, especially when your opponent has a Seeker's Arm Guard and a Doran's Blade. Perhaps you should go back and spend your 3,350 gold there.
Oh my gosh, that's. I think. I mean, is he just gonna buy like at this point, like he has to buy a straight up item, otherwise he's not cool.
I'm pretty sure he's just gonna play the ARAM game where you can only go back if you die.
Oh yeah.
So you can only buy items if you guys. They're gonna engage here onto Tang in the bot lane, but he's using the ambush to get away. I'd like to see a pink ward coming out in the lane there. That would be quite good for Kenty Boy and Jing Jong. They'd be able to get some damage down, and if Tang went into that ambush form, they'd still be able to see him.
Oh, what's Juggernaut gonna buy? What's he gonna buy? He's gonna buy 3,500 gold. Plus 37. Plus, oh, he buys, wow, Mandamoon straight up there.
Yeah.
So, Mandamoon, it stacks faster than tier, am I correct?
Yes, because you get stacks off your auto attacks as well. Engage here in the bottom lane.
Yep, and wow, Jing Jen picks up the kill. Tang now in trouble. The damage from the spinning axes is huge. Gonna be able to pick up that double kill, but flash over the wall, Fallout Reach. And that's gonna be the poison picking up the kill. Aqua Prison doesn't land on Fallout Reach. Kenty Boy flashing away. Will be able to survive. My game just froze.
Okay, my game has not frozen, so I will keep talking. Just a good kill, getting some CS here in the top lane, using that electrical surge just to be able to clear out the minions quite quickly. And talking about Mandamoon, it does stack a little bit quicker than a tier by itself because it stacks off your auto attacks and off your spellcasts. Although it still does have that limitation on stacks where you can only get, I think it's 2 every 8 seconds or 2 every 6 seconds. So 1 or 2. He actually got a brutalizer as well, and Noggin Whacker steals away the blue buff with his pure manliness. Well done there.
Oh man, I mean that's kind of Lux right there. So gonna be able to steal that away. It's outstanding. Really feeling pressured in this mid lane. 1,200 gold stored up here for Noggin Whacker, and he's just staying here. And this blue buff just means he can stay here a lot longer.
Yeah, and it's going to be another engagement in the bot lane out to Ezio.
Yeah, there's Aqua Prison landing onto Altair Ezio. Will he go down though? That's a question. Spinning axes. He has the heals coming in for him. And then one more spinning axe picks up that kill. Tang gonna be taking some of this damage here. Tower shot coming in there. Jijang goes in, goes back. 2 farm creeps.
I'm not sure if I read that correctly. I think I might be wrong, but I saw 52 gold going on to Jingen there. Maybe it was 152. I'm pretty sure it would be 152. He's going to get the kill here on Tang Tang.
Yeah, barrier forced out Jin. Jed. Oh, rolling death. Oh, Tang Tang able to move out.
Oh, gorgeous!
Jeez.
Just dodged it below, dodged it above, and then flashed away from the activism. And here comes Fallout Reach.
Tidal wave coming out. He's trying to kite this one up here. Gonna have the exhaust action going on. The might be able to this one around. The Aqua Prison to stop the Dragon Ultimate thingy. And now they're actually going on for Tang Tang. The barrier is used, but the spray and pray doing too much damage. Tang Tang with that kill, able to turn that one around.
Yeah, Tang Tang just sustained up while they were fighting off Fallout Reach, and then managed to have enough life to be able to get into that fight. He didn't have any mana, but don't really need to use the spells that much as Twitch, apart from Expunger. Noggin Whacker having to flash away there in the mid lane. Mr. Fast had come across for the gank, but not quite able to connect properly then. It seems like Mira Mesa are ahead, but it's a really close game at the moment. It's only 3,000 gold in it, and they just don't seem to be using their advantages in the same way that Rosetta did in the last game.
Mid lane. Fallout Reach is in this mid lane. He wants to go for this gank here. Noggin Whacker. Voicing outstanding goal a little bit more ahead with that back. Flash away here, but setting is so low. There is Fallout Reach with that kill. Actually, I think that's a nice bait. Because people, when you back, people are like, oh, I have to hit him aside from backing. So he moved up a bit. And it just allowed Fallout Reach to get in there and throw down.
It's going to be engaged here in the bot lane.
Oh, you have to go again. 10 tanks solo. More engages down bot lane. Crescendo onto both. However, not able to save him. And also your Ezio being chased after. Looks like he'll be able to get out. Has that speed buff. Or maybe not. Rolling Death comes off here. Flashes away from the backswing of him. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Mr. Fast trying to get onto Noggin Whacker. Gets hit by the final spark. Now Fallout Reach is here. Kill going over to Noggin Whacker. Able to deny the assist, at least.
Yeah, nicely done there, but it's... I keep looking at it, the way the game is going, and I'm not sure whether the Rosetta team is going to be as far behind as they look in about 5 minutes. I think even if the gold difference stays the same, and the kills and deaths stay the same, and the game keeps going the way it is, the fact there's such a good AoE comp coming out from Rosetta, I see them starting to win team fights as soon as they start happening. At the moment, it's a lot of isolated fights. Jingchen and Kenty Boy are here, going to try and take this dragon away. It's pink warded. There's no vision here for the Rosetta team, so they should get it relatively easily. But, like, just looking at it, I think, yes, they're getting a bit of advantage. They got that turret, they got a dragon, but overall, I think that the longer the game goes on, the more Rosetta are going to get back into this. Yeah,
I really do agree with you here. You know, just the pure AoE that can come out for them is really, really good. The huge burst as well.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they'll have to just really be careful because they do have right now Noggin Whacker doing very, very well for himself. Yeah. Up top lane, CrusaderKitten is at least holding zone. He is a bit behind in CS, and that's going to be a little bit bad because Juggernaut is getting a bit farmed up here. Already has 244 stacks on that. Manamu, he's also Brutalizer and BF Sword, so going for lots of damage. But they really do need to be careful of Jingen down on this bottom lane. Or Jingen on this Jame, because he's playing off the damage right now. He has the Bloodthirster, has the pickaxe as well. And he's really just chunking down, and Kenty Boy has just been really on point with his ability, so should be able to keep you know, damage going.
Yeah.
And to keep this lane going for them if they keep on playing as well as they have been.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, it's going to be interesting to see what the Mira Mesa team decide to start doing here, because they've got that bottom lane turret. They can keep pushing up as lanes if they'd like, but I'd like to see them grouping up and trying to not force early fights, but force early objectives. Just if they can get some objectives down before the proper teamfight game starts, I think it will really be helpful for them. They're going to rotate cross towards this mid turret, getting that Aquavism down onto Noggin Whacker, but He'd already used that prismatic barrier, so he's going to be safe. Look at the damage on Juggernaut here in the top lane. Landing the accelerated shock blast, but still taking a lot of damage back from that Thundering Shuriken.
Yeah, however, we do see Jessica going back. Has those components with his Zanis. I think he could pick it up right now, right? Yep, there we go. He does pick it up right now. And at this point, it would be nice if they tried to go for a team fight. But for one thing, everyone's grouped mid, and they already have that Zanis now, so they already have that engage. However, they might just try it without Kennen. Actually, no, he's actually heading down to mid lane now, so they're definitely going to get this fight pressure off. However, there's quite a bit of ward coverage around from Mira Mesa, so they're able to see quite a bit of this map. And you know, obviously getting a good engage will be pretty difficult.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the fight's going to go at the moment because Mira Mesa are that little bit ahead. I think we both agree that the Noggin Whackers team, that is the Rosetta team, have the better team fight comp, but there's a lot of poke that can come out as well from the Mira Mesa team. So if it's a siege fight, I think that Mira Mesa might take it in the end, just because they have Shock Blast combination, got Draven with those spinning axes who can poke down relatively well. Dragon Strike does a lot of damage as well, although Mr. Fast has built pure tankiness and has gone for that Spirit of the Ancient Golem into Giants, but perhaps going into a Randuin's Omen or into a Sunfire Cape with that. Probably a Randuin's, but you never know. I'm wondering what Oriana's next item is going to be outstanding. He's got that Athene's Unholy Grail and a blasting one. Probably going to build into a Rabadon's, but could go into a Void Staff or something like that if he really wanted to, just for the extra magic penetration. I expect a Rabadon's, but I'm not going to say it for sure, just because last game I made such bad predictions on some of my items.
Yeah, you know.
Thanks.
You gotta be careful with that one.
You're such a kind man.
Yeah, you know, things happen. We're past that now. And into this game is once again just huge ward coverage coming off from the side of Mira Mesa, which is kind of what happens when you feel ahead. You're like, okay, let's just buy wards and just ward the entire map, and it really just helps out. Looks like this bottom lane is getting very low. However, quite a few people are heading down for this bottom lane, but they're gonna get spotted out by the few wards that are placed inside this jungle, which are gonna die soon. But because those wards, they know back off here, we can play safe. And can avoid these things. So guys, wards, they save lives. Jingen having picked up this Infinity, doing lots of damage. Aqua Prison, Tidal Wave does land. Tank, Force of Bear, and Flash for Jingen going under the tower, but does get taken out. Tank with that kill. And Jingen just going a little bit too aggressive, I think, under that tower.
Yeah.
Really got taken out from that. He was exhausted during that. There's Flash and Bear used by Tank to get away there. So
I don't know why he went that deep. Like, just accept the fact you've got some. I think it's something you see sometimes with some AD carries who are like, oh, I've been killing them all game, I'll just kill them. And it's as if they forget that you can just accept, oh, I burnt his flash and barrier and he has to leave lane. I'll out CS him, I'll get his tower, and then that puts me that far in the lead. And just seems to be being very manly.
Yeah, that's like a me AD carry. Like, I play Graves, and actually the whole in top lane. EQ combo to get out, and I'll be into that. But yeah, that's something that can happen quite a bit when you're just so ahead. You kind of get over your head with it. But at this point, he's still slightly ahead. Actually, top lane tower is getting really pressured down. His EQ combo comes off, but it's taking about half health here. We are seeing Noggin Whacker roaming up here just to get killed as well, returning to his lane to make sure it doesn't go down.
Yeah, just trying to protect
going back to Draven Twitch. Draven is actually 3,000 gold-ish ahead, a little bit less than 3,000 gold ahead of Twitch. So at this moment right now, there's room for error, but also shouldn't make too many mistakes.
Definitely still in the lead, but it's the thing that you see at high level play. Like, yes, we're in the lead, but we're not going to make a mistake and let them get back into it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Obviously, this isn't like LCS level play, but you should still be thinking, what is me doing this going to how is that going to affect the way that my team can play for the next couple of minutes? Like, yes, perhaps you got a kill, but unless it's a first blood kill or unless you get 3 or 4 assists on it, it's not worth dying to get a kill. So it's something you talk about when you start off League, especially if you've got friends who played it for a while. I was always under the impression that, oh, it's better to get a kill, even if you die, that's fine. But you learn more and more that it's about not dying and being able to pick up the safe kills rather than the ones that make you look like a god but get you killed in the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. Wise words coming out from Sona here. As we are seeing 5 members of Rosetta High School up in this mid lane. Top lane right now just went down. The tower went down. Dragon not there. And actually in the mid lane, Crescendo comes off as well as a final spark. There is the Dragon to set as well as a slicing Maelstrom. And they just demolished the team right there. That was just insane damage coming off.
You know what? We talked about not going back for replays. We're going to have a replay of that fight. I'm going to start it here.
Okay.
24 minutes. Let's get up.
Display it. I'll watch the stream for this. But
Here
wow, huge burst. You can break it down.
Okay, so here we are. We're coming. Crescendo hits. So much damage. Whirling Death came out as well. Sona gets taken down by the Nami Tidal Wave, and it's just incredible. I like, wow. It's just so much damage coming down.
At the front of that fight, and he is the most important person right now.
Yeah.
But he was at the front. He got caught by the Luxnit, the final spark by the Crescendo. He was bursted down immediately. Yeah. And that just allowed the follow coming in. Slicing Maelstrom come off, Dragon's Ascent came out, and they just mopped up the rest of that fight. I mean, that was just a really brutal fight right there coming in Rosetta High School. And we were talking about this Champions Select, before a little bit early in this game, but it's the pure AoE team fight that comes out for Rosetta High School that can give them an edge in this game.
And I just want to say, I totally called this. I said at 19 minutes, I said in about 5 minutes, if it's about the same goal difference, if it's about the same, we're going to see AoE team fights. And you look at it, they got 4 kills. They lost 1 man. They got 2 turrets, a dragon. 3 turrets and a dragon off it, and their gold difference is now 700. Just incredible.
Yeah, I would give you a skin for that, but I have no RP. I like 37 RP, dude. I'm pro.
Mate, you need to cast more. Get free RP.
I bought like I bought Graves, Summer Party, Summer Pool Party Graves, and then I was just done.
Yeah.
Anyways, so. That team fight, I mean, if they're able to get another team fight like that, then they're going to be able to go pretty far in this game. However, they close that gold lead. They still do have to be a bit careful when it comes to it. They have to get another team fight like that. That's the whole reason why they get that team fight, was that just did that such strong engage, and Jingen was just so way too far up. But if Mira Mesa is able to keep Draven alive, and they're able to get a Jarvan going in there with like an Orianna ball to him, and they're like be engaged like that, then that could really devastate, because they have a lot of CC. Rosetta High School has a lot more burst than they do, but Mira Mesa has a lot more CC, I think. That could come out, so I think that's gonna be the difference in between these two teams. It's obviously kind of who has the better engage. I mean, the last fight, Jingen was too far ahead, as well as Dragonaut wasn't even in that fight. He was still at top lane. Yeah. So wasn't really able to get down there and help out. But of course, I think he would have died if he would have been there. Either way, he wasn't.
Dragonaut would have just got bursted down. And I think that an important thing is that Sona's flash is still up. Cannon's flash is down. Oh, here comes the engage.
Engage here. The Galaxy coming in as well. There's the tidal wave coming up. They can't get to this back line. Nice Crescendo coming after this Dragon Ascent. Try to get into Jingen. However, he is very well protected. Shutdown coming in there onto Fallout Reach. The 2-for-0 exchange, and that's the CC playing into favor there. Mr. Fast went in immediately, and this time Jingen wasn't caught out by anything. He was in the back. He was very well protected and just stayed alive for the entire fight, actually. The
really smart thing that Mr. Fast did there, and it's something that actually won them the fight, was he cataclysmed both Noggin Whacker and Just a Good Kid, which meant that they couldn't get anywhere near the rest of the team. He then flashed out of his own Cataclysm, made sure that he could protect his back line, jumped on full outreach, got them down, and kept that back line safe, while he knew that the the strong backline from the other team couldn't get anywhere near his team. So really nicely done. And you were talking about the CC before that. If they can lock them down like that, they're just really going to be able to win all of these fights, because no one's going to be able to get near their AD carry or their AP carry.
Yeah, definitely, indeed. As Morocco's actually picked up now on Nami here. Before he's picked up on Soda. We never commented on that, but really, obviously, nice end to go around clearing wards. Actually, Soda has her own once again, so I think at these ward clears coming off for these guys, that's really, really important to get this division coming off, because both of these teams do. Well, I mean, like every team, actually, I should say, they really just you need that vision coming off. Yeah. You need to deny vision as well. So having this will do them well. It's 30 minutes into this game, a lot closer of a game than what we saw last game and what we've seen this entire day, I think. And these two teams just have such strong team fight comps. It's really hard to say who can pick up this game right now. The gold, you know, even after that little bit of a one-team fight, it was a 2-0 exchange for Mira Mesa. It's still, you know, just not even 1,000 in difference. A little bit less than 1,000 in difference, I think.
Yeah, it's about 700 difference at the moment. And the thing is, like, I think it's all gonna depend on whether Just a Good Kid can get into that backline. If Just a Good Kid gets into the backline, Zonya's up. He's got Rabadons now as well. That's going to be doing a lot of damage and hitting those stuns quite regularly. So I think if he can get into the backline, Noggin Whacker can hit a final spark across the team, and Teng Teng can use that spray and pray just to do a lot of damage as well and get these critical strike chances as well. He's going to be doing so much damage to this backline, and you look at how non-tanky the opposing team are. Aegis picked up on Nami. We've got the Mura Mana and the Bloodthirster coming out from Jace. Just not a strong, tanky team. They can do a lot of damage, but they melt really, really easily.
So, we're seeing, once again, grouping up in this middle.
Kenzie Boy actually standing off on the side, trying to catch someone out. Like,
oh yeah.
Dragon has come back up now. I think we're going to see a fight around Dragon quite soon.
Yeah, that's actually something that could happen. Oracles has come out for Altair HSL now. So I'm going to be able to deny a lot of this vision here. However, EQ coming over the wall. There's the Cataclysm as well. Shockwave not even coming down. There's a Tidal Wave as well. Slicing Maelstrom in the middle of the team. Followers is jumping onto Jingan right now. Twitch is still alive, able to stay in the back. Gets the double kill. A double kill as well for Just a Good Kid. And that's actually a 5-for-1 ace in favor of Rosetta High School. We saw it there. That was the slicing Maelstrom from Just a Good Kid. Able to get to that back. Followed up by Dragon's Descent from Fallout Reach to get to the backline as well. And this is going to be the Baron.
I mean, I don't want to say I called it, but I totally called it. Just saying, like, as soon as Just a Good Kid got into that backline and was able to get his slicing Maelstrom off, Jingen went really low, Kenty Boy went really low, Mr. Faster, yeah, he was able to do some damage, but he doesn't have the damage that you'd like out of a Jarvan. He hasn't built any attack damage at all. They're going to go around and get the second tier turret in the top lane, and really it's just going to solidify their gold lead now. They're 3,000 ahead, 4,000 ahead now, 5 turrets to 2, they have Baron buff as well, and that's really going to help them against this sort of poke siege comp that's coming out from the Mira Mesa team. Mira Mesa side.
Yeah. So these two teams really just, we've seen the back and forth team fights, but Rosetta High School has made the most of their victories. Now the last time Mira Mesa won is they got 2 kills, but they weren't able to do too much after that one. Here we see Rosetta High School. First time they won, they picked up 3 towers. We got an ace. No, they got 4 people. Now they got an ace and a Baron. And that's going to provide them so much more pressure now.
Yeah. And they're probably going to rotate towards Dragon, pick up that global objective as well, get the about 1,000 gold for their entire team, 190 gold each. So it puts you at 950 gold actually, so not quite 1,000, but almost there. Actually, if you use Smite and you have the Smite Mastery, it gives you an extra 35 gold for your team. So it puts you on 985 gold, so only 15 gold short of 1,000.
Everybody.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, so, yeah, this is going to be the Dragon though, very, very quickly picked up.
Didn't use Smite.
Aw, GG. It's over.
They lost that 35 gold, and 35 gold is a health pot.
How could they? It's okay, they'll make this up from this ward right here that Altair Ezio is not going to kill.
Yeah, well, doesn't kill
That's
the
why
wall.
you need that's why you need the A click when you're walking around with oracles, by the way.
A click is
Anyways,
attack
they are
move.
seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are seeing the group up in this bottom side. I just blanked out very quickly. Having this tower about half health, and really just scary, man. It's scary. It's scary right here. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the anticipation, man.
It's gonna come. The engage is gonna come. One important thing is that Just a Good Kid does not have his flash up. If he gets caught in that cataclysm,
oh,
here we go. There's the final spark.
Here comes Just a Good Kid. He wants to go in onto this one. Not able to quite reach out. Tidal Wave is used though, so they're not gonna have that for the fight. Rolling Death, I think, is coming back off of cooldown. I think. No, it's on cooldown right now.
Yeah, it's about halfway through its cooldown.
Yeah, Straven's not gonna have that up. It's actually bugged out for me. So there's that. Anyways,
it has 31 seconds left.
Yeah. So. But do you see that we did see that go down? It looks like they're sending Shyvana over to split push just a bit here. Do we want to get, do you want to take it slow, get the pressure off onto the other waves and whatnot?
Look at this, it's already down to about half health. That's Tang there on Twitch getting a lot of damage down onto it. Crits of around 730 there. Really big damage coming out. And so if they can just siege up, use the fact that they have a Baron buff, they can't really fight 4v5, so they don't want to put someone to properly split push, just because you don't really want to do that when you're such an AoE based team. Outer Ezio are going to go around and clear out this ward. Actually, Fallout Reach getting the 15 gold that he gets, and Outer Ezio getting the 15 gold that he gets there. Aqua Prism landing, they decide not to engage on it. Probably going to wait for Just a Good Kid's flash. It's up pretty soon, about 30 seconds here, and if they just want to push out, keep harassing down at this mid lane, they should be able to just wait it all out, although they're getting a bit impatient, so they decided to back off a little bit and get the wraiths, which are a lot more important than turrets.
Yeah, definitely you need to have that wraith control, otherwise you just can't win out those games. There's just no way to win. Just absolutely, right there. That's it. That's all it is. Game of League of Legends is just the game of wraiths. Not the game of inches. Game of Wraiths.
Game of Wraiths. Wraiths are just too strong these days. Like.
Man, I want to watch Game of Inches now. I want to watch that video again.
Okay, well, you do that, and I will keep commentating on this
kidding.
League of Legends
okay,
game.
No, I'll watch it. Well, I'll watch it after in the break. Okay. So, so we're gonna be seeing the back him again. Shyvana's actually building all giant belt items. She just needs those belts right now. She has 4,000 health right now. She's really tanky. 254 armor. Just even a magic resist, because it's only outstanding as the ability power threat, and she hasn't been able to build up that many items. Like if you look at Noggin Whacker, look at how scary this Lex can be. 315 CS, the most CS in the game.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even have any kills. She has pretty much all assists, and she has Rem's Death Cap, I think it's like Grail, she has Void Staff, and it looks like it's going to be Azani's Hourglass coming up for her soon, so can really do lots of damage.
Yeah, I mean, Baron is up in about 2 minutes now, and that's going to be the next massive objective on this map. It looks like the Rosetta team are just going to try and push down this mid lane, or steal away blue buffs, actually steal away the jungle of the Mira Mesa team. Shock Blast just about mission there, so they're not going to be able to have vision. That Mana Moon has now become a Mira Mana, and it's going to give him a bit of extra damage, but really you need the tankiness, and we've seen this. He needs to be able to stay alive until he can get that damage off, because yes, you can hit a little bit of poke, but if you're dead, you can't hit anything. So a minute and 10 seconds there onto the Baron, a minute 40 seconds on Dragon, and at this point of the game, Dragon really isn't that important. 6,000 gold in it, about 10% of the global gold, so not a huge amount at all.
Yeah, so we're seeing pressure onto this mid lane. And then we're just waiting for this next engage. Both these teams have quite substantial poke. Double did land there. They do not decide to go in onto that one. It's really just the pressure is really mounting onto Mira Mesa right now.
Yeah.
Because Rosetta is actually the one that's ahead in the match, right? Yeah, Rosetta is ahead in the match. Had the potential to come out 3-0 here. Mira Mesa, they had that early lead, but just weren't really able to play off their advantage early. They lost that one team fight over at the tower, and it was a huge leap for Rosetta High School.
Yeah, they really, after they got those 3 turrets and the dragon, they really managed to pull themselves back into this game. And there's the final spot coming out. Actually,
Doesn't
not
land on
hitting
anybody.
anyone.
That's a significant amount of damage being used right there, but it's a 38-second cooldown, so
Yeah, it's nothing
Might be
at all.
yeah. Actually,
Here comes
Ikukama going
Engage.
down. Noggin Whacker is in trouble. Barrier is being used. Tenton and Noggin Whacker, there's no one there to help them out there. But Tenton's able to turn around, picking up kills. Picks up the double kill. Slicing Maelstrom being used. Jinjen is so low. Killing spree coming out for Just a Good Kid. Jinjen goes down. It's a triple kill for Noggin Whacker. I mean, no, for Tenton. I don't even know how they survived being caught up so badly. Which is absolutely no support from the team. They literally just turned it down just them two, picked up a kill. The rest of the team swooped in there to help him out. And this is gonna look like game right here. Rosetta High School coming back from early losses with this huge team fighting team comp. Huge burst coming in for them. Really great game coming off from these guys. And they're gonna be picking up 3 circle points in this 2-0 match.
Really puts them into a good position in their league. Just want to say that Just a Good Kid typed I misclicked in chat, and the reason he did that was because he managed to Slicing Maelstrom and Zhonya's when there was no one anywhere near his Slicing Maelstrom or his Zhonya's. So well done to you, Just a Good Kid. You're my MVP for the match just for that play. I actually think that you probably won out most of the team fights for your team by getting into that back line.
Yeah.
Did really, really well.
The Slicing Maelstroms coming out from were really good, and just the follow-up as well from the rest of his team was amazing. However, with this match done, we'll be going into a 3rd match of the day, and that match will be, as I'm trying to scroll down on Twitch, it's gonna be okay, so is it La Jola or La Hola?
I don't.
Because I'm taking Spanish and double L's equal Y.
So La Hola. La Hola!
Hola?
Could it be A Hola?
That
was a joke.
Hoya.
Is it just Hoya?
La Hoya.
I've
Okay,
never
Google Translate says La Hoya.
Yahoya.
La Hoya.
Okay.
La
Yahoya.
Hoya. Okay, so La Hoya Country Day versus Caramont High School. Oh, La Hoya says someone in chat. Anyways, okay, enough of that. We'll be getting into that match very, very soon, maybe about 20-30ish minutes. Starts at 7 p.m. PST, of course, for the high school side League of Legends Season 1 Fall Semester Season League thing. It's gonna be, it's gonna be great. We just came out with really nice games. Hopefully, we'll see that carry on to this next game. But really well played by these teams so far today. It's really done well. So I think, who is it that won the first match?
It was won by the team that was Sith. Sith won it.
Yeah. So they picked up 2-0, didn't they?
Yep, they went 2-0, and we just saw Rosetta go 2-0 as well.
Yep. So 3 second points for both these guys. Really well done. So we'll be going into a very quick break here. And guys, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Excellent.
Back.
See you guys in a few minutes.